Hello, and welcome to the Medics Commentary. Doses of gameplay with an injection of thoughts, critique, and advice. My name is Bluegill, and thank you for joining me today. We are playing around in Deathmatch on the 4 points map in a game of Loadout. I am using a slug pulse, a healing pulse, and a fire grenade. This video is going to be about the fire grenade and how it can help a support player. With the fire grenade, it doesn't work very well on zone. If you can get it to explode right next to somebody, it does 33 damage up front, and it will do 66 more damage from burn damage. It helps with distracting or disorienting enemies. If you have a gun that you can do damage with, or if you have teammates in front of you, if you throw the fire grenade over them and hit your enemy, the fire will help do 10% more damage. The interesting about fire grenade is that because it does 10% more damage, if you do melee, it does 4 more damage, out to 40 damage. And when you're buffed, you do 8 more damage. So 8 plus 4, you can do 52 damage just from melee. It's kind of hard to set up, but it's possible to take out someone in 2 hits instead of 3, if they're not overhealed. The big thing to watch out for with the grenade is make sure not to catch yourself on fire. I ended up doing that once or twice. It does end up getting killed, but if you're going to try to melee hit your flaming enemy, make sure not to be in contact with them for too long, because fire will spread to anyone. So if you're going to go for a melee kill, try to make it just 1 hit and then get the hell out of there. Because the fire grenade gives a very intense burn. It's very hard for it to go out. Unless you're being healed directly, there's a good chance of them dying from the fire. I found the fire grenade to be pretty useful for fending off attackers because it does have a fairly wide area of effect. I was using it when people were chasing me, because even if it hit them a slight bit, it would do quite a bit of burn damage if they didn't stop and roll. An important role for a support player to play in Deathmatch is make sure to collect all the vials you can. It's more important for you to deny the other team, because denying can really make a difference. Because if you collect, say, 5 green vials, that's 500 points the enemy could have gotten, but that you denied from them. I'm testing out a build that works well for Deathmatch. My previous build, it works really well for objective-based play, but for this one, where you have to kill people, it's difficult to survive, even if you're keeping your teammates alive, because it depends on them getting the kills. It's up to them to get the points. That's why I went with a slug pulse, because just in case I have to do some damage, I have the means to do so. And using the fire grenade, that helps me do extra damage, that helps me take out people faster. I could have used the regular grenade. I find the fire grenade helping with do more damage. It distracts people as they're trying to figure out what's going on, and before they realize it, you can take them out in a matter of seconds. I'm testing out the healing pulse. I find it worked really well. My problem with the pulse and the rifle was that while they do heal really fast, I could never aim from the hip very well with them. I didn't like aiming down the sights because it narrowed my field of view, and I prefer to have as much awareness of my surroundings as possible. So aiming down the sights, I can't really see who's around me. The minimap only picks up people who are making sounds. If they're walking, it won't pick them up. So in case someone's trying to sneak up on you, you won't be able to see them. But after some tinkering around, I discovered that the stock was the problem. I was just using the standard one, and it was just making hipfire work terribly for me. But after looking around, it seems to be that the compact works really well for hipfire. A lot of people seem to be using this, and I can see why. It works really well for supports because you can just run and gun. Doesn't matter what you're using. You can use the rifle. You can still land your shots pretty well. The nice thing about the rifle is that it's really hard for the enemy to see what you're shooting. Because you're shooting the needles directly, they can't really see the color of it. This works out pretty well for if you want to be stealthy or you want to stay out of the way. If you mix this with a silencer, this gives you more time to heal or buff your allies. While I like the launcher the most, I find that it doesn't heal as fast as the rifle or the slug could. Launcher works, it doesn't require hardly any aim whatsoever. It's really good for using on yourself, but for Deathmatch, usually when you're getting shot at, you're taking more damage than you can heal yourself with. With the slug, it's kind of a combination of the launcher and the rifle, because it has that extra punch, but you can heal really fast. You can heal quickly. You can have someone fully overhealed in just a few seconds. While I was using beam when I first started the game, it doesn't work out well for me anymore because the aim is way too exact. While it does heal instantly instead of over time like the rest of the chassis do, my deal with it was it's just frustrating trying to get my aim on someone who's jumping around and being squirmish, it doesn't work out very well when they stay still, because you never know if there's a sniper or there's a RC rocket coming for you. An important thing to do as a medic is to stay as mobile as possible, because a good enemy will target you first. So you need to be rolling around, you need to be jumping around, you need to keep shooting, keep your reloads quick as you can. The healing pulse works pretty well for deathmatch. It's just that you can heal them up. It's just a matter of them landing their shots. I find that this match didn't work out very well because it seemed to have been pretty unbalanced. That just seems to be something I notice every 9 out of 10 matches. I've been trying to record for the past few days, but every time it's either people disconnect or it's heavy steamroll, and that's no fun to watch. I don't mind playing with new players, but if there are 3 people having their first game, why should I have it with someone who's been playing for almost 100 hours? Instead of a good person on one team, along with someone not as good, like instead of being matched up, just seems to be, it's almost the slots are predetermined. When someone joins up, whatever slot they fill, that's what team they go on, like A, B, A, B. It seems to be when you join up, that seems to determine what team you join. I found it really frustrating for this match because I found that my teammates didn't seem to know what they were doing. I don't know if they were screwing around either, but if you look at the scores throughout the game, you can tell there's an uneven balance throughout the match. I was doing my damn stay alive and keeping my team alive, but you can tell they haven't quite practiced their aim. I would go in competitive, but the problem is, competitive does not work for me. It doesn't work for me because it's one map, it's just a clusterfuck of 3 game modes put together, and the biggest problem is, I can't record a good match because every single time I play competitive, 8 people in the match, and then once someone gets ahead by just a little bit, there's disconnects. It usually ends up being 3 against 1. That's no fun to play, it's no fun to watch. It'd be nice just to have ranked or better matchmaking. I really hope that matchmaking gets worked on in the future, because that stance right now is becoming a major hindrance for this game. There's always over 1,000 people playing the game. There's usually 5,000 in the afternoon. Now, you can't tell me that out of all those 5,000 people, I can't be matched up with people closer to my skill. I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but it seems to be there's always new players being matched up with people at level 40. Is that happening for almost every match? Perhaps my frustration is coming from playing with people that I don't know. Maybe I should just play with people I do know. Like, the problem is, none of my friends in real life play Loadout. None of my friends on Steam play Loadout. It's just people who I've been playing through the game. So maybe from now on I'll just have to play with people that I know and stick with that. As much as I like playing with just random people, it seems to just be giving more of a headache now than anything. I don't like competitive either, so I might just have to find another way. Well, it wasn't the best match. I certainly gave my all. I did as much as I could. I find that this video has a lot to show for playing good support in deathmatch. What the hell is going on with matchmaking? I mean, when you look at the score at the end of the video, you'll find there's quite an uneven balance. I'm trying not to complain, but I have more than 1,000 points than everyone else. I'm playing support, I know that, but just in short, Fire Grenade works really well for supports because it can give extra damage to what the enemy's being given. Competitive would be nice if people weren't dropping out and the matchmaking was more improved. And hopefully the matchmaking in general is improved, because that stands. It can be very frustrating for you to have more than 2,000 points than the person behind you. It can be quite discouraging because no matter how hard you try, there's just almost nothing you can do about it. If you have anything to add what's going on with the matchmaking, or if there are any plans for improving the game, or especially with servers, especially where they've been shutting down, I would love to hear them. So that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching.